Getting a new dog can be a really fun and exciting experience, but it can quickly become stressful when you realize all the things you need to teach them, especially if you're a first time dog owner. And all you know is that you have to somehow teach them how to sit, lay down, wait, and come, and many other things. I remember when I got my puppy Lily over the summer, and when I realized all the things she still needed to learn, I very easily became stressed and overwhelmed. But when I took it one step at a time, the process became a lot easier and more fun for me and her. So today, we'll be teaching your dog one of the most basic commands, sit. And we'll do this by figuring out what will motivate them, how to teach them the command, and how to reinforce that behavior. So first, we need to figure out what will drive your dog. So the most common rewards that are used to drive dogs are treats, toys, and praise. Treats are most commonly used because most dogs respond very well to treats and they're very easy to get access to. Praise is also a really good motivator to use because you always have it, so you can always pair it with treats or with toys, or you can use it on your own if the dog responds to it. It's also important to remember to use positive reinforcement. In Applied Animal Behavior Science, an article titled "Do Adverse-Based Training Methods Actually Compromise Dog Welfare?" a literature review, was published in 2017, and it shows us through studies that aversion training can have a negative impact on dog welfare and should be avoided. So using training methods like squirt bottles or shaking a bottle filled with coins can actually do more harm than good to your dogs, so it's always good to use reward-based training and positive reinforcement. Now that we know what will drive your dog, we can move on to teaching your dog the command to sit. Now, sitting is a good foundational command to start with because it's fairly easy to teach your dog, and it's also the base of a few other commands like down and stay. So when we first start the training session, we want to make sure you have your dog's full focus, and this can be accomplished by saying their name, and every time they make eye contact with you, you reward it. Once you feel like you have your dog's full focus, you can move on to teaching them the actual command. So to teach them the command, you want to say their name first and then sit. This will let your dog know that you're talking to them, and the next thing you say is what you want them to do. As you say their name and sit, you want to hover the treat above their head and move it back so that they follow it with their eyes and they move back into a sitting position. Now, if they just keep backing up, you may need to apply slight pressure right above their tails so that they know you want their bottom to go down. So for this, I'll be using my dog Lily to show you how to train your dog to sit. Lily, come. Come here, love. Come here, love. So, Lily, sit. Good girl. As you can see, I moved the treat behind her head so that she would move into a sitting position. So you may need to repeat that action a couple of times so that your dog will know until the dog associates sitting, the act of sitting, with the word sit. So now that your dog knows what's being asked of them, you now need to solidify this behavior. So to do this, you need to continue practicing with them. In Obedience School, an article published in February of 2019 in Good Housekeeping, Brandon McMillan, a renowned dog trainer, talks about how training once or twice a day for a couple of weeks should be enough time for your dog to learn the basic commands. So if you keep training them for the next couple of weeks, they'll be sitting like a pro. It's also important to keep the sessions relatively short, to less than 20 minutes, because if it goes over, your dog may lose focus and may not be getting as much out of the training as you would like. So once they stop responding, it's best to just move on and let your dog and end the training session early. So hopefully after the speech, you can realize that it shouldn't be difficult to train your dog how to sit, as long as you know what motivates them, you show them how to sit, and then you continue practicing with them. Hopefully, you can now approach training with more confidence and enjoy your new family member.